What's going on, everybody? This is Roaming Prepper, and I'm your host, Pete. And just came out of the gym. This is being recorded on the weekend, so you guys will probably see this Monday. I'll tell you what, it's hot as balls in my part of Texas. Excuse my French. It is 104 and right now, 100 out there. My truck's saying 104 at 6:30 p.m. Just think about that. That's freaking hot, and it's dinner time. Yeah, it's wicked hot. I came out of the gym, and the wife is like, "Get me a snow cone," so now I gotta go get a damn snow cone. But she doesn't even want food. It's like so hot she doesn't want to eat. But it did get me to thinking about heat safety, and I think this is something we've all heard before, and we need to hear again. We need to remember every year. It's like hurricane season. You need to remember that in any SHTF and any even combat in war, a lot more guys in the Pacific theater of World War II died from malaria and dengue and cholera and all sorts of other stuff than they got shot. Disease and the elements are some of our greatest foes in preparedness. And, we often think of, marauders and, the World Order troops and the blue helmets. And yeah, those are all possible. But I promise you hurricanes will happen, whether blue helmets do or not. High temperatures in southwest U.S. states will happen. And we need to understand that in reality, our biggest threat comes from the elements. The heat, the cold, the rain, exposure, these things can kill. Specifically, let's talk about heat. So first of all, the military defines anything over 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 36 C, if I'm doing the math in my head right, because it's 1.8 times 100 degrees minus 32 is 70, divided by 2 is 35, 36-ish. Doing the math backwards in my head, so I probably rounded it off wrong. Anyway, those of you in centigrade, I think I'm close, give or take a degree. Anything over 90 is considered the code black temperatures, and they limit exertion. Now, obviously in combat, you do what you have to do, and in an emergency, you do what you have to do. But it's very serious, and it's serious enough that the military, FEMA, even companies all define over 90 degrees as dangerously hot to the human body. A few things you need to factor in. One, if you do have to work, limit heavy activity when you're out and about in the heat. You set a timer, 5-10 minutes, do what you have to do, go back inside, cool off, and then come out again. Make sure you hydrate. You should be drinking a bottle of water an hour minimum. And in reality, you probably should be drinking more than that. A good indicator is your urine. If your urine is very orange, if it's very dark colored, you need more water. Now keep in mind, don't just drink water. I almost said don't just drink urine. Good Lord, don't drink urine, but don't drink just water. It's important to add electrolytes and minerals in your drinks as well. Because what can happen, which I've seen happen because it's happened to me, and that's how I wound up in the ER a couple of years ago, is I drank water. I didn't bring Gatorade powder. And I basically, between the heat and my overconsumption of water, I diluted the electrolytes in my system. And I caused myself to be sick, and I had to go to the ER and get IVs. So don't do that. Make sure you mix in at least one energy or hot weather drink or powder with your water. Now, World War II in Korea, they used to give a salt tablet. That's probably not good for your blood pressure, but you get the general idea. Bananas and certain fruits and vegetables are very good. Do your little homework and make sure you have an understanding of what natural options, supplements you can work with. But make sure you drink 3-to-1 ratio, 2-to-1 to 3-to-1, depending on how hot it is, of electrolyte drink to water. Avoid energy drinks. They have a lot of stimulants. They increase your blood pressure. They increase your heart rate, which really doesn't help you. and they make you pee. They're diuretics like coffee. The difference is coffee gives you a boost of caffeine, and it's really water and coffee bean. The energy drinks have all this garbage and chemicals in them, and they literally make your blood thicker. And guys, between the increased heart rate and thicker blood, have had cardiac incidents because of this in the field. So my company in particular has banned energy drinks on location. Like, once you get to work, they're banned. They'll be run off the drinks, and you can be written up for bringing them. And the guys know this because they watched another guy pass out one day a few years ago, and they're like, nope. Limit your coffee. Coffee's not terrible, but limit your coffee to a couple of cups in the morning. Get your kick going, and lay off, because it does make you pee, and you'll piss out more water than you intake with the coffee. So again, also alcohol. I know having a nice pina colada or cold mojito, trust me, I'm a rum and bourbon guy. I love my mixed drinks in the hot. Limit those. My own trick, because I do like to bar hop every now and then, is I'll have a drink, and then I'll get either Topo Chico, which is a mineral water that's sparkling, or a bottle of water. Water is free at the bars, so, you know, mix your drinks. I myself have found that if I have a beer, I kind of nurse beers. I don't know why. I don't slug them down anymore. I just kind of walk around and talk, you know, socialize. And like 30 minutes later, I realize my beer's gone. And then I get a water, and you just alternate. And that way you enjoy the night without turning yourself into a potato or a mushroom and giving yourself a stroke, because you don't need that. Also, with your clothing, you dress in layers for winter. You can also dress in layers for heat. Make sure you have wicking clothes. It'll kind of keep the moisture off of you and make you more comfortable. I'd recommend clothing, if it's really hot like it is here and very sunny, longer sleeves, so you reduce the exposure of the sun on you. I've neglected to do that, so I'll probably pay for that later. Fortunately, I have a nice brown melanin tone, so hopefully I can avoid that. But point being, it will overheat you having layers. And you look in the Middle East, they wear those flowing garbs. There's a rationale behind that. The flowing clothes, the coverage reduces, you're still hot, but it reduces the heat your body is absorbing. It actually keeps you cooler in a net temperature sense. Most importantly, listen to your body, and don't schedule things when it's ugly hot, because you're just going to make yourself sick. Listen to your body. If you're feeling weird, your heart starts racing, your head starts hurting, shut it down. Go take a cool shower, get some drinks. The project can wait. I'm doing projects now 7, 8 o'clock at night. I went to mow the lawn. I was actually going to take a hike, a day pack hike, right now, about an hour and a half ago, and I walked outside and looked at the temperature, and it was 101, and I'm like, that would be absolutely stupid. Now, is it good to acclimate to heat? Yes, there's a way to do it, where you pack hike, or you hike in your area at certain times a day with so much water for limited amounts of time, to let your body get used to the heat and you understand what it does to your body. But again, don't take the risk, right? Don't go and do things that are dangerous. Now, if you have a power outage in your area and it's bad, like a hurricane or the tornadoes, typically they will open cooling centers in the high schools and the colleges and in the libraries and other municipal areas. So having a battery powered radio to listen to announcements when the power goes out will tell you where you could get water, where you could get MREs, where you can get cooling stations. Heat will especially affect children and elderly, and it will affect your pets too. And as a side note, if you have dogs, do not take them walking when it's 100 degrees, because even though you have shoes on, they don't. If you can't put the back of your hand on the pavement for 10 seconds and not have to lift it off because it hurts, it's probably too hot for your dog. Either get them little booties. I've seen some guys get hiking boots for their dogs, or just wait till the evening hits, it's cooler, take them for a walk then, or take them for a walk in the morning. In any case, that's it for this one. You guys be careful, be safe out there, watch what you're doing, and enjoy the summer. You guys be good. I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.